First step is identifying the question, so let's get to it. Right here, it says, how long was the foam tube before being cut? Okay, cool. How long was the foam tube before being cut? So everybody, what are some keywords from that red highlight that speak to you? What are some things that speak to you? Before being cut. Okay, it sounds like you guys are really fixated on the word before or the phrase before being cut. Sure, let's go with it. I agree. So right there, before being cut. Now another keyword or phrase that I would definitely just look at for sure, that's important, is how long was the foam tube? So everybody, we're looking for the length of the foam tube, but it matters the context. The context really matters, and it says before being cut. So to you, everybody, does it sound like we're working forward or working backwards? You tell me. And hold up right there, my math party people. Before you continue going, I just really wanted to make sure you understood that our sale is going on right now, and you can save up to $100 on any of our plans. So that means if you need a plan for math, English, I got your back. Because the thing is, it's as easy as 1, 2, 3 with either one of those. For the math, it's as easy as going through the math basics to get your foundations down. Step 2, go through the arithmetic, reasoning, and math knowledge courses. All of it's lined up for you. And then 3, take practice tests to make sure that you're ready for test day. And the same thing goes for English. Step 1, I got study guides ready to go for you. Step 2, go through the word knowledge and paragraph comprehension courses. And then step 3, practice tests all the way until test day. It is that straightforward. So if you're looking for something that's going to line everything up for you, no more guessing and confused on what's going to be on the test, and all you have to do is put in effort, then this is going to work for you. So if you have any questions, there's my phone number. Text me about it. But all you got to do is click the link in the description of this video somewhere here, sign up, use that code, and get started. I got your back with math party people and English. Let's ace the ASVAB and let's get back to the problem. Does it sound like we're working forward or working backwards? Yeah, we're working backwards. We're absolutely working backwards. Because the reason is they're asking you, hey, how long was the foam tube before being cut? Before all the action was taken. So, what was that action? What actually ended up happening? Let's figure it out. It says right here, a foam tube was cut into 10 equal pieces, each measuring 10 inches in length. So here's what it sounds like happened, everybody. We have this foam tube, okay? We got this foam tube, and of course, you guys know me. My name is Anderson Picasso. Boom, right there. Excellent, look at that. So what happened was we had this foam tube, and then what ended up happening was that we ended up cutting it into 10 equal pieces. That's 10 equal pieces. Cool. So the result was each of these tubes that we got at the end, 10 of them, but each of them are now 10 inches. Each of them being 10 inches. So, does that visualization make sense to you in part? So what we ended up having, again, we had originally one huge foam tube. We ended up cutting the foam tube into 10 equal parts. And now we have 10 pieces, all 10 of them being 10 inches long. Does that make sense to you in terms of how we got to where we are? Because honestly, legitimately, this is how some problems happen. Like, this is how some math is. You just have to understand the story. What happened in the beginning, middle, and end? Where am I trying to get to? Which part, the beginning, middle, or end? And here we're trying to get to the beginning. So here's the big thing about this question. For those of you that were confused, here's what happened going forward. Listen to me. We had the nice original foam tube. That got cut into 10 equal pieces, and we got the result. Key word there, cut into equal pieces. What math word am I talking about when I say cut into blank equal pieces? What math is that? When you cut into equal pieces. Yeah, divide. When you make equal groups, when you cut into equal pieces, same stuff, that is division. So that, again, that's what happened going forward. What happened going forward was we had this, then we divided it by 10, and then we ended up getting that. If we're going backwards, everybody, to see what happened before the cut, what operation is that? What operation is that if we're going to the beginning, if we're going to see what happened before the cut, before the division? Yeah, that's multiplication. If we're going backwards, if we're doing the opposite to look into the past, if we're going backwards from division, that is multiplication. So if the result, everybody, was 10 inches, if we multiply by 10, we would be connecting the foam pieces back together to get the original foam piece, the original foam tube. So everybody, what's 10 inches times 10? That's it. We're done. We have the answer. 10 inches times 10 is what? Yeah, don't be shy, guys. There you go. Yeah, it's 100. You're right. It's 100 inches, and we're done. And we are done. All we have to do is pick the answer that says 100 inches, and oh my God. What do we have to do? What do we have to do, everybody? Convert to feet, convert. No, guys, the answer is clearly freak out. That's the answer. I'm kidding. So who here would freak out if he said, okay, I understand how to work backwards. We have 100 inches, but now I'm looking at this and I'm saying, what do we do? So don't calm it down there, because you're still on the right track. Again, whenever you see that you have one answer and the answer choices are saying something in a different way, like you have inches and they have feet in inches, that tells you that you have to convert. If you have a fraction as an answer, but then you have a bunch of other fractions as the answer, maybe you have to simplify, right? You got to think about, hey, was I doing the right thing? If I was, what did I miss? What's the last step? Stay confident here, because all we have to do is convert 100 inches into feet. And the way that we do that is actually, quite surprisingly, very easy. Here's what we do. Everyone, if I wanted to turn inches into feet, how many inches do we group as 1 foot? How many inches do we group as 1 foot? Hear me out. Every 12 inches that we group is a foot. So I'm going to divide 100 by 12. I'm going to see how many groups of 12 I can make, because that's how many feet I'm going to have. Hey, really quick before we continue, if you're watching this, you've likely already been to one of my classes. And if you haven't been to one of my classes, remember to check that schedule. The link is right up there and in the description of this video. That way you can understand when my free classes are and my Access Program classes are. That way you can keep raising your score, knowing what topics we're doing, and get the job you want. So again, click there or in the description to see when the classes are and join one for free. I'll see you there, my party people. Let's get back to the action. Everyone, 12 goes into 100 how many times? Yeah, that's going to be 8. So everyone, right here, this 8 right here, this is 8 feet. Because you can make 8 groups of 12. So you have 8 total feet, but we're not done. My party people, 8 times 12, that's going to be 96. We subtract and we have a remainder of 4. Everyone, this remainder of 4, that is 4 leftover or remaining inches. That's what the remainder is all about. It's the remaining amount of that value that you had. So you have 4 remaining inches. Does that make sense, my party people? We have 8 total feet with 4 leftover inches. So our answer would be 4 feet, 4 inches. 8 feet, 4 inches, excuse me. 8 feet, 4 inches. And that's what we would have. And before you go, if you like what you saw and you want to raise your score with thousands of practice problems just like that, so you can lower that test anxiety, raise that confidence, go to this link right here to check out the full program. There's a video that shows you exactly how it works, but you're going to get lessons, guided practice, worksheets, speed drills, and everything that you need to feel supported from day one all the way until you pass. Again, I'm Coach Anderson, and I'll see you soon.